Got brand new Lego Mandalorian sets. Hey guys, Jackson here, and I am extremely excited for having a brand new Star Wars movie in theaters to go watch and see. Everything we get is released straight to Disney Plus nowadays, and while watching at home is great, nothing quite beats that theater experience with other fans. So with the release of the new movie, we have 5 sets that I'm going to be talking about. Technically 6, but I'm not a big Brickheads guy. I don't do any of the Brickheads, so that's one of them. If you're into Brickheads, there's a new Mandalorian and Grogu Brickhead set coming out. So first set we're going to talk about is the AT-RT Attack. It's the smallest set coming out and looks decent enough. It's a little small for my taste. I know I love small play scale ships and sets. I prefer that a lot of the times over UCS, but you get 2 figures with 2 little builds, and you get the new Grogu, which is cool, but it's $45. That's a lot of money. I'll buy this when it's on sale, maybe. It's not a day one purchase. I actually very rarely do day one purchases. I'm just happy to wait for the most part for a lot of these sets to get a sale. You can pretty regularly find 10 to 20% off these sets, even in stores or on Amazon, or wait till Black Friday. These sets will be around for years, so at the very least you can grab them then. Don't feel the pressure to give in to the hype of buying every single Mandalorian set before the movie comes out just because other creators and people online bragging about are doing it. Don't give in. Be smart with your money. 2 figures, $45. Cool enough builds, I guess. It's really cool to get an Imperial AT-RT color scheme instead of we just got the yellow 327 Star Core. A couple different colored variations in the past, but to get the Imperial one to show that transition phase is always really cool. Builds are decent enough, not spending $45 on it. Would probably be happy to spend $30 on it. So we'll see how the price plays moving into it, but I think only one of these I'm doing day one purchase. Definitely not a day one purchase for me. Next up, buildable Grogu. I feel like it's our 300th buildable Grogu we've had in the last couple years. I actually don't have a buildable Grogu yet. Never copped any of the last ones, so I actually might cop this one eventually just to get one on the shelf. I'm not a big buildable figures guy. I don't have any like K2SOs, C3POs, Chewbacca's, anything like that, but this buildable Grogu is borderline life size, and that's kind of cool. I'll probably display him without his armor piece, but it is cool to have a buildable character that is essentially life size. So I'll probably cop this one, but definitely when it's on sale, it's $130. That's a lot of money for what's basically just extra sash and a couple different building techniques. We've gotten this 5 times, so that's a lot of money for a set that's constantly been out. I just feel like it's a little overpriced for my personal taste and for buying day one. But if you don't have any sort of Grogu yet, I don't have any sort of buildable Grogu, it's going to have to be a cop for me. So I'll be buying this for sure eventually just to add to the shelf, but I'm going to wait on it. I do think the armor piece is cool. He's got that new Mandalorian Beskar piece on it and the satchel that you can take on and off. It's nice that that's built. He's actually wearing it, and so he's got like a pouch. He keeps his little food snacks in. Really cool build. I like the way the eyes look. I like the way the face shape is and the ears droop. I just am not spending money out the gate on this. There's a bunch of other play scale sets I'd rather spend $130 on. Next up, Anzellan Starship. Really cool idea. I want to support that they're putting in new, unique ships, right? It's not another Millennium Falcon or something like that. I like the new ships. I like getting new builds. I like new characters. However, there's borderline no minifigures in this. Depends what you count as a minifigure, but we get 2 non-Babu Freaks, which is cool. I guess there's a different print variation, so that'll be a nice difference. And then we get a battle droid you piece together as I'm assuming their worker, or who knows, their companion droid. But it's an interesting ship. It doesn't fit minifigures. I'm assuming it's built to the scale of the Anzellans, so you won't be able to fit minifigures in there. I put little Grogu in there probably, but cool new build. I don't know, I'm so conflicted. I want to support the new ships coming out and the new variations, but it's $75 and you get 0-ish minifigures, but getting some more Anzellans would be cool. I don't know how I feel about it. I'd love to get it on sale. I'd love to get every Lego on sale. I say that, and that's the stupid thing to say. But $75, I'm not buying day one. I would love to cop this. A Ream sale would be $50. I could cop this maybe. I actually don't have a Babu Freak yet. So that's probably a first things first I should get before I grab this ship, just so I can piece them all together. But interesting build. Reminds me of Fondor's Hallcraft sort of a style, as well as mixed with, what's the ship from Skeleton Crew? The Onyx Cinder, definitely didn't just look that up. Actually really reminds me of the ship from, I'm on a terrible roll today remembering ship names. The one from Star Wars Outlaws. Trailblazer, didn't look that up either. So I want to see more interior pics, see what the builds are, see how people are feeling about it. I'm going to hold off on it, but I do want to get the unique cool ships like this because they only come out once. We're never going to get another Inzellan starship. Now this is what I'm talking about. New Republic X-Wing, $70. Love the blue color scheme. Reminds me of the E-Wing. Reminds me of our E-Wing. I think having this displayed next to that matching New Republic style coloring is really going to look special. I know the E-Wings are a variation on the X-Wing. I just think that's going to play so well together. As controversial as it is, I do like that they're leaning into some of the New Republic Disney era because I think for more fans to get on board with it, they need to flesh out some of those storylines, flesh out some of the IPs, flesh out some of the ships and characters they have on there. And so giving us more sets to play with, that gets more fans on board. It actually reminds me a lot of the 2021 X-Wing. This guy. Which I love. This is, to me, one of the perfect play scale X-Wings. It's got great wing functionality. It's good size and scale. But I think they did some different building techniques on this guy with how the nose slopes. This nose is very angular and square. The new one has a much more rounded profile with the way they did some of the slope pieces. So it would be cool to get a little bit of an updated build on this guy after 5 years or so. But I love the way this X-Wing turns out. And so really happy we're getting a new one. I know people complain we get a million X-Wings and stuff like that all the time, but this is at least a fresh take. It's not another original trilogy X-Wing. Brand new color schemes. It'll have good builds, and I'm actually really excited because it means we're going to get to see some of these in action in the movie, and X-Wing shots that they were able to pull off in Force Awakens and stuff looked so cool with Poe flying them around, so I'm hoping they lean into that as well. This is probably the only thing I'm considering getting day one. $70 is steep, but God, I love it so much. I want to get my hands on it and tinker around with it and be able to set up a little New Republic fleet I got going on. With the E-Wing, I've been surprisingly happy with my New Republic Y-Wing, and so just the more I can collect of these guys and sort of flesh it out, I'll be really happy. But only one I'm considering getting day one at $70. I honestly think maybe I got a Lego gift card floating around. It'll drop this price down $10 or so. But solid play scale X-Wing with the new color scheme and some new building techniques, and you get a couple figures. So not that bad of a deal for me. This is what I'm considering as my day one purchase. And finally, we have the Razor Crest. It is what everyone predicted it was going to be, a new play scale Razor Crest. So we have the original play scale from a while ago, which to me is such a good size. It's bigger than the one that's coming out. And while the new one has great colors and a great look to it, I do appreciate that this one came with significantly more interior play space. All of that is not what we're gonna get with this new one. It's scaled down, it's a little stubbier and chubbier, which tends to be how these things go. We saw it with the U-Wing. The original U-Wing came out, was great. The next one came down, was much more slimmed down, but it was sturdier, so it's meant to be handled a little better. They do improve some of those designs. Obviously, the new color schemes are great. I love the pop of the yellow versus just this brown tan markings that are on this one. I love the color of it. I want to mash them together to make this one have the yellow pop from the new one, but have it be the size of this. Also, really my only gripe with this one, design-wise, is I think these end parts here, I think those look terrible. They're not the round cups that we see. The new one fixes that beautifully. So there's definitely some improvements and things I like on this new one, but it's hard for me to get over the size difference between the two. I don't know, it's $150. It is pretty small. I feel like for $150 just a couple years ago, we got Ghost and Phantom 2 was about in that price range. And to me, that's a much bigger, significant build. What else was like $150? Dark Falcon was $150. This feels like we're paying a premium for the hype around the movie, which I get, that's what they're doing, but this really should have been $100. But it's hard to justify that because if this is $100 and the X-Wing is $70, this is a much more substantial build than that X-Wing. So just all the prices are hard to correlate to each other set. But in terms of size-wise, I don't, just feels like way more of a $100 set than $150. I will say the redeeming quality of this set is the Zeb minifigure. God, it's so cool. It looks actually a perfect minifig. Dual molded arms, incredible. Why have we not gotten that in the past? I love that it's coming on Zeb because of that fur color pop. It looks incredible. I'm really happy with it. I'm either just going to buy that fig straight up, or I'll buy the whole thing eventually later and get them that way. But the Zeb minifigure is really the redeeming quality of this set. The coloring on the ship is redeeming quality too, but the Zeb minifigure really pops, really shines. It's setting a new standard for what we expect Lego to do with these important characters. So Lego better ride that wave and keep improving on these minifigures we're getting that are supposed to be exclusive. Now that we know we got dual molded arms, dual molded legs on him, good printing, a good headpiece on there, they need to be able to keep up with the precedent they're setting. So anyways, those are the 5 new Lego sets coming out here with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Excited about all of them, but really the X-Wing and the Razor Crest are really pushing through here for the other ones. Those are my thoughts. Those are what I'm going to be doing. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be doing or what sets you're going to be purchasing or pre-ordering prior to seeing the movie. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.